Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently cruising through strengthening our economy here, as well as working on a fair amount of defenses. We're winding down on this series, there's no doubt about that, but we're right now at 2286 population, and that's looking good. We're starting to actually see some of our planets require ongoing maintenance work, and that's a really good sign at this point. That means we're growing into our economy. But we definitely need to boost our alloy production. There's no doubt about that one. So taking a look through some of this stuff, what are we interested in next? Advanced strikecraft could be interesting. What? This is a bad idea by them. The Netfunkin Vestige has declared war on us. They've had enough of Nimbulan belligerence. Okay, so, I mean, that's these guys down over here. They tried this before, and we didn't have to do anything. Okay, so that's these guys here. It's not really a problem, but let's send our forces out. So I want to select all of our units here, and we're going to head into Poa. So I want to attack up over this way. I'm not sure if we're going to get this territory or if it's claimed by like the League of Narania or the Mullernock Star Corp, but let's make our way on out here immediately. And we need to set our war goal. So our war goal is going to be probably to counterattack. Okay, so there we go. We'll go ahead and do that. And then we've got the army here. Now, do we want to boost up the size of this army? Probably a little bit. It's definitely awkward that they've decided to do this. So let's get some xenomorph armies going here. Let's queue up a bunch of them. Something like that should be fine. Okay, now we do need that engineering research that we were rudely interrupted on. So let's go ahead and get like quantum missiles going here. Beautiful. So these guys are going to arrive here in about 100 days. Looks good. So we should be able to make our way out here fairly quickly, and I think we can take oh wow, 122k. We can take control of this on our own very swiftly. Honestly, if I could, I would tell our Federation members, don't even bother showing up. We've got this under control. Because we do. We absolutely do. But they specifically want to attack us here, which is understood because of this territory down here. So that's definitely something that we want to defend. No doubt about that. Okay, just checking through there real quick before we get too involved in this war. We're in terminal egress right now. We're going to be popping into Hope's End very, very soon. We can see that there are some friendly fleets in terminal egress as well. We're on our way over. We'll see if we get there in time. Okay, that was very laggy to open. Understood. So we got to go all the way over to the L gate, right? To that end, I'm going to go into our policies and edicts here, and I'm going to do exotic gases as fuel here. I want to accelerate us up sublight speed plus 15%. I also want to check in on our situation here. Okay, we should definitely do an astral boost. That'll be an additional sublight speed plus 15%. And also monthly physics research. So let's get all of that going. That will boost up our sublight speed considerably. That's a 30% increase on our movement speed. So we're going to make our way through here, and we can see that our allies are heading through as well, but they're pretty slow in comparison, I think. Well, we're working on it anyway. So you can see we're negative in energy credits from leaving there, and that's not necessarily shocking at all. And in fact, that's quite not shocking. So that's understood. We will definitely work on that, but for right now, this is fine. We're deeply unconcerned about that. We can sell off some food, and that'll keep us afloat for a little while. So that is all absolutely wonderful, and we're going to have the Tsunami Fleet come in over here. Now, I'm going to take the Tsunami Fleet and only the Tsunami Fleet, and they're going to come around this way. I want them to hit Gamma Velorum right away. Everyone else is going to go into Poa for the moment. But I want only the Tsunami Fleet to go up to Gamma Velorum. This is kind of bait. We'll see if they take the bait. But mostly, we're going to want to just push through here. So this is fine for the moment, and we're going to head up to Poa. I don't think our Federation fleet is here yet. Yeah, they just popped through here. So we're in Poa at this moment. That's looking good. We were the first ones to arrive.
Battling aggressor station.
And we started the combat here. So that looks great. We're going to take out this station very, very easily. Eventually. There, now we're actually hitting it. Okay, -1 station for them. So now what I want to do is I want to take all of these guys. Well, not the tidal wave. The tidal wave is going to come bombard Poa 3. We're going to take everyone else, and their goal is to come to Falmir. Once there, they're going to split. So we're going to send the Deluge over to Ulasia. We're going to send the Hurricane Fleet up to Beyond Dazat. We're going to send the White Crush. I'm going to jump drive them, actually, I think, over to Shoal. Actually, no, we're going to send them up to Beyond Dazat as well. And then the tidal wave is here. Yeah, so we've got the tidal wave there and the Deluge Fleet. Okay, so the tidal wave is going to, I think, head up to Gamma Valorum as well via this path. And then these guys are just going to the Falmir system. I'm going to have them be the ones to jump drive up to Shoal. Beautiful. So we're going to hit Shoal, and that will be absolutely fine. These guys, of course, are heading up to Gamma Valorum. There's this down here that will need to be taken care of. I'm going to start moving our army into Poa. They will be here fairly quickly. Hang on. We had a fleet that was going to bombard here, and I ordered them not to, didn't we? Well, the Federation fleet can come in and bombard here, actually. They just arrived. They don't have further orders. So for now, that looks fine. We're going to jump drive up to Shoal, and we'll take that out, no problem. There we go. We are now in Shoal. We're going to do this, and then bombard at Shoal 1, is the idea. So the jump drive is going to weaken this fleet a little bit. That's understood. I'm really not too concerned about this war. This was a terrible idea. They should not have done this. Ulasia out over here. Okay, so these guys are attacking from this direction. We didn't quite get there. That's unfortunate. We'll see what ends up happening with that. So this is being occupied by us, and that's phenomenal to see. I definitely want Shoal to fall very quickly here. Yeah, we're taking some losses, but this is expected after the jump drive. So that's fine. We're going to head into Gamma Valorum. We're going to take Rotnev. Beyond Dazat, we are heading towards. We're heading into Ulasia right now. The question is, will we get access to this? I don't know if we will or not. We'll find out. We're headed there. We may or may not. Completely understood. The Udkavango Devourers. Hilarious. Okay, what is the strength of Poa 3? Very weak at 537. Let's go ahead and invade this. So we're going to land here, and I'm going to have these guys immediately start moving to Ulasia, which we can see actually switched over to these guys. So no, don't go to Ulasia. Beyond Dazat, perhaps? Or actually probably over to Gamma Valorum is probably where we're going to want to be. We know that some of these are going to be kind of tough. So come bombard at Boundary for right now. Yeah, 5637. This is where we want to be bombarding. So that's okay for now. We have a lot of forces heading in there. We're going to bypass Ulasia and go to Beyond Dazat. We already have forces on the way up there. And we're going to need to reinforce some ships here. So let's go ahead and get some of that going. All is looking good here for now. So we're going to need to come take these guys out eventually as well. And I want to go grab this and then backtrack back to Shoal 1 is the idea. So we're going to do that. That'll be fine. This will fall under our control quite quickly. Beyond Dazat will be under our control shortly as well. So we can leave one of these units here to bombard at Beyond Dazat, but this isn't going to be particularly challenging for them.
Battle commenced.
So yeah, the Federation was never going to get anything done here. So it looks like they have decided to come and attack us up at Gamma Valorum, and Noose has then fallen to one of our allies. That's probably okay. I don't mind that much. Losing Ulasia and Noose is completely fine. We get the vast majority of this. So they're definitely fighting us in Gamma Valorum. It's going poorly for them, but we're going to take a few losses anyway. So I want these guys to be bombarding at Boundary and at the core. Living reactive armor and advanced strikecraft. Okay, noted. We should probably pull in a science ship here then, and let's grab one of these. Actually, this is one of those situations where we're best off to make a new science ship. So let's go ahead and do that. That won't take very long. So a science ship will be in here somewhere. There we go. Science ship comes in, and we're going to send that out over to Gamma Valorum. Wonderful. So Poa will be under control shortly. We've got these guys in Beyond Dazat. We only need one unit here bombarding. I'm going to send this one over to Shoal 1. Actually, I don't know that that's actually bombarding. It is not. And then these guys, we're going to send them over to here. It's going to be a bit of an awkward path for them to get there, though. That's a very awkward path. I've changed my mind. They're going to come down to Gamma Valorum. They're going to go bombard at Boundary, and we're going to have these guys jump drive. If I can select them. There we go. Jump drive straight into here. Beautiful. So we'll get that back under control. Poa is now fully occupied, and we're going to want to head up to Beyond Dazat. This is the next location we're going to want to invade. So that looks good. And we're going to be bombarding at Gamma Valorum. We're going to need to kind of move all of our forces into Gamma Valorum slowly over time. So these guys are heading into Gamma Valorum right now, and I would love it if they would bombard at the core. We already have 2 bombarding at Boundary in theory. Okay, so these guys are coming in there. That looks great. Let's go ahead and resume some of these. There we go. We definitely took some losses. No shockers there. And we're going to take out this station with no problem at all. Looks like they have occupied this planet. That's weird. So the starbase was taken back, but the planet is occupied. Understood. We can start a bombardment here. It's only 376. Maybe
complete.
The Allies will take this back by the time we get there. I kind of doubt it, though. So we're heading to Beyond Dazat, and that's not any issue whatsoever. I do see an army coming in here. They might actually be landing. Yes, they are. Okay, we should have control of this because we have the starbase. So that's fine. That means we're not going to have to land on Shoal. So if that's the case, then I think we should bypass Gamma Valorum for the moment. These guys should come in and start bombarding at the core. And these guys should come in and start bombarding at Boundary then. There we go. And we need to get that science ship over here. So let's get our Prime Forecaster involved, and let's go over and research this project. So that looks excellent. We should get there pretty quickly.
Spaceport under attack.
Where?
Battle commenced.
I don't think there's actually a battle. I think we're talking about this army here that did nothing. That's my suspicion. Okay, so our invasion in Beyond Dazat has started up. This is going to be not particularly challenging. And also there's Shoal here, which is being invaded. Not by us, but this will get flipped over to us eventually because of our control of the star. Okay, so this is looking absolutely fine. And then we're going to have to land on Gamma Valorum. I have no idea why they thought this would be a good idea. This attack was a terrible idea, obviously. So Boundary is going pretty well, 21% there. I'm wondering, are these guys on Indiscriminate? They are not. Let's move them over to Indiscriminate. That will help matters substantially. So that looks good. And the only fleet that we're lacking here would be this one. So Beyond Dazat's invasion will be done very, very shortly. And we're almost done with this war at this point. I have no idea why they thought this was a good idea. This was a terrible idea. Okay, so this invasion is pretty much over, as we can see. We can grab ourselves a general trait here. There we go. The Netfunkin Vestige did a status quo victory. They white-pieced. Well, that's awkward. Okay. Well, the war's over. We got nothing out of it. But the war is over. I don't know how they even managed to white piece just by default there with a status quo. perhaps we weren't the primary belligerent there, which would be weird because we're the Federation president, but okay. We are probably going to want to separately declare on them because they're proving to be a problem. So that's noted. Well, that war is over, and at this point, we're going to need to replenish our fleets here. We can see that's going to be reasonably expensive.
Handshake protocols activated.
So that's understood. What is this trade deal? No. Go away. Okay, so price on alloys. Pretty low. Let's buy in a few, and this is going to immediately be going towards replenishing our fleets. We're moving our fleets back to be at low amounts of maintenance, so that'll be a good thing. But for right now, of course, I want to check in on where we are on our civilian constructions. We had kind of ignored that while we prosecuted that war, but that was a very minor war. Not really anything to be too concerned about. So our civilian ships, our construction ships, are all still working. That's good. Anything going on our planets? We are at 2298 pops at this point. So we gained like 27 pops in that period. That's a lot of pops. And every single one was put to work. Okay, that's a whole lot of pops. So one thing we could consider doing is making claims out over here. We would need to do that, I think, via this. So how much would that overall cost to claim everything in the Netfunken vestige? Well, the answer to that is probably a lot. So that's what we could claim right now. As a hypothetical, how much would this overall cost? 120, this would cost 140. The most expensive one out here, Shoal, would cost 140. So that's definitely a lot, no doubt about that. And of course, we're going to be getting our special project completed in Gamma Valorum shortly. Our quantum missile research just finished, and let's work next on probably either Marauder or Whirlwind missiles, or we can get these armored torpedoes finished. That seems okay. We're about to finish up the interstellar assembly research as well. So I want to check in on the status of our art installation. Okay, yeah, that's going to be a while. Understood. Absolutely A-okay. So, we're now up to 2298 pops. So, that is quite a lot over where we were previously. Like, pre-war. We got a lot of pops in that time. That's very, very good. I'm happy about that. They were all immediately put to work, which ultimately is a good thing. And that's where we got this surplus of energy credits from, most likely, as well as this boost in alloy production. I'm guessing that's where they were put to work. So this event is continuing. Monthly physics research plus 10% for 10 years. Okay, sure. That seems good. We also got a specimen, the Writer's Sphere. Astral Rift exploration speed plus 25%. Okay, that's not bad. Upkeep on that's pretty expensive, but it should be fine. I'm really not too concerned about that upkeep, so that seems okay. We do want to, of course, continue to work on replenishing our
Salvage
fleets.
preserved.
So 19,950 alloys. That's a lot of alloys. We have about 10% of that right now. We can continue to buy them in at pretty low prices, and then we can sell off some of this stuff to bump up our amount of energy credits. There we go. And the price dropped again, so we can buy a few more of these alloys. Again, our target for our price at this point is under 2 energy credits. If it's under 2 energy credits, I'm willing to buy. Otherwise, not so much. Looks like we've arrived back at our station point with these guys, so that is fantastic. On the month tick, we should see these numbers improve substantially, and that would be wonderful. Our science ship is probably idle now. Yes. Okay, so let's have that go do all of the things that it's allowed to do. There we go. And let's grab ourselves some other society research here. What are we interested in? Well, I'd like to get some of these non-repeatable texts finished. There's a lot of them left here, and some of them are quite expensive. And then there's frequency tuning. Let's get that out of the way. Beautiful. Okay, so that's all looking absolutely fine. We're now up to 2302 pops, so our number of pops is dramatically increasing, and that is great. A lot of these locations are going to need a lot more pops, though, still. So that's fine. We'll just let that continue to go, and our construction ships not needing too much at this moment. Moscot Starbase finishes, that's fine. So I'm going to bank up influence for the moment. What we need right now, more than anything, is alloys, and we can buy a few of those right now. And we absolutely need to be replenishing our ships. That's going to be roughly half of the ships that we need to replace.
Protocols activated.
Migration treaty? No thanks. Okay, so that is all looking good. We're going to have all of these replenished. I believe we're still going to be short some 9,000 alloys or so, but we'll be able to get that back pretty quickly. I like how we bought over 500,000 alloys. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. I mean, the price has been good, so what are you going to do? Might as well buy them. I would like to increase our alloy production, but, I mean, we have so many jobs we need to fill. So many. If we check in here, there's only 4 in this location, but we could definitely upgrade that to a site of revitalization center, and we should do. 31 available jobs here. 12 here, 4 here, 1 here, none here, but these are all in the frontier sector. Keep that in mind. If we really want to see how we're doing on getting that going, we should be looking here at our capital sector. So, 28 available jobs on Eolum Prime. Yeah. Needs a lot of work. No doubt about that. On Giedi Prime, 37 open jobs, and both, or at least this world, can still be expanded. On Euchromia, 19 open jobs. Like, it's a lot. So, Astral Rift event is pending. We'll go ahead and continue that. Looks good. What's that price on alloys? It's up there. Okay, I'm not going to buy at 3. Not going to happen. I do, however, want to continue to reinforce our armies, or rather our fleets. And we're at 9,500 right now.
Research
that we need.
complete.
Okay, well, we can get some of that going anyway. Frequency tuning finished, and we knew that that would be a very, very quick one. Let's get Flagella weaponization done next. That's only 8 months. Let's just get that one out of the way. So that looks absolutely fine. And we do need a bunch more alloys, but that price is going up. So we're probably going to have to, for the moment anyway, rely on our own production, which is kind of meager at this moment because most of our Forge worlds have ridiculous numbers of open jobs. This is a factory world here, though, and I'm wondering if we might want to switch that. Because I'm thinking about our current amount of consumer goods. It's pretty positive. Let's move this over to a Forge world. This is going to change most of these jobs into metallurgist jobs. And this is 192 production right now, and then you can see it drops to -3. So we're going to go negative slightly in our consumer goods, but I still think that's probably a good thing to be doing at this moment. I want more alloys, and I want fewer consumer goods. We can work up other consumer goods locations, like Euchromia here, and that would be fine. So if we come in here, we can see we're currently prioritizing gas refiner, and this is a Forge world. I wanted Giedi. Yeah, so we can see that we could prioritize artisans here. Not that I want to, but we could definitely move in a couple of specialists here if we needed to. -11? Okay. I'm going to move 3. And we'll see what that does. I believe all of those were put to work as artisans there. So that looks good. That should bring us back positive on our consumer goods at this time. So that's great. We, of course, need more pops, but shifting that around will be a good thing to do. And Giedi now needs an upgrade on its system capital complex as well. So we're up to 2309 pops, and that's looking much better. Alasia needs something to do. So this is probably just going to be an industrial station of some form. Do we even need an ancient refinery in it? Probably not, but we will have the jobs, or we will have the building slots available. So I'm going to put in an ancient refinery to start with, and then we'll do an alloy foundry, and then this is going to be a civilian industry, and then this building slot, which will be done after we get this Habitat Central control, or we get some of these industrial districts built.
System survey complete.
That will be the Ministry of Production, which can't be built yet anyway. So that is understood. Now it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish off getting all of our fleets replenished. Oh, this price is very, very low right now. Hang on. I'm going to buy 5K, and that should give us basically what we need. It's not quite there, but on this month tick, we're really close. I'm going to buy 1250 more, even though the price is high, and we're going to get those finished. That's all of our ships replenished, and we're going to get back to our normally scheduled construction, now that we're hopefully not going to be rudely interrupted by a war. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGar, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.